There's still a long road.
Yes, just like that. This will be more than enough to assassinate Varka. I'm going to assassinate Varka. I need ideas for assassinating the Grand Master. I went over this with Alice a long while ago. She stands with me, and has even offered several ideas on how I might take him out. Of all her suggestions, this one seemed the most promising. Bring a full cart of Mondstadt's newest dandelion wine all the way here, and then, before Varka's very eyes, tip the entire cart over the cliff. Perhaps the monumental, overwhelming grief will make him collapse, or go drown himself in whatever other wine he can find.
That doesn't sound like it'll work. Wait, no! Don't even think about doing something so horrible.
When writing a novel, the author, naturally, seeks to be as extravagant as possible, especially when writing detective novels. If the opening lacks a striking turn, how is the rest of the plot meant to unfold? Alas, this will be my final attempt at writing detective novels. Oh, I suppose they call them crime novels in Inazuma. In any case, they all tell of crime. There's hardly a meaningful distinction. I also discussed it with Barbie, but our novel writing sessions always evolve into crime planning sessions. Methods of crime and puzzles of deduction. We have explored plenty of those, yet the plot would not advance. The Angel Killer case. Try as they might, the culprit remained elusive. The desperate detective rushed into the crowd, then shouted the revered names of the 4 great rulers at the sky. Whoosh! Pitter-patter. Boom! Detective and murderer reduced to ash.
What kind of writing is that? Doesn't that leave no room for deduction at all?
Of course there is. It was only through painstaking deduction that the detective finally discovered the names of the 4 great rulers, learning also that shouting them at the sky would inevitably reduce one to ash. My point exactly. Simply deducing who the culprit is has become dreadfully unoriginal. The subject of one's deductions must be something more creative. I even thought of having a Seelie detective, an angel who, longing to become a detective, became a Seelie, and by some twist of fate, ended up as a detective's assistant. All Seelies love to guide people, so this one went about leading the detective from case to case. I found the idea rather interesting. Come to think of it, the Seelie detective and the Angel Killer case seem far more interesting than assassinating the Grand Master. Never mind, guess I'll move on to work on that idea then. It's precisely because I overthink every little detail that I've lost interest in continuing. Not to mention the mountain of words I'll have to write. The very thought of penning all those words. Oh, what a hassle. I'll just work on the angel killer case instead. But how might the detective deduce the truth? Perhaps he could have a conveniently informative dream. Silly detective. Hold on. Why not have the Seelie guide that detective to assassinate the Grand Master instead? That tickles. Shh.
Columbina? Huh. That's odd. Paimon's positive she heard Columbina's voice.
Yeah.
Ah!
Greetings.
Another jump scare? Not cool! If you were here, you should have just said so!
I thought that since you were already so familiar with this game, I should increase the difficulty this round.
Paimon's gonna get you next time, just you wait!
Great. I look forward to it. Oh, I guess the Kuhenki must have swiped it when we were playing earlier. I don't usually need to use my eyes, so the mask makes little difference. Let them play with it if they like.
Oh! On that note, don't you want to go out more often?
Yes, I have plenty of time now. I can go where I wish, when I wish. However, I was concerned that you might worry if you came looking for me, but found that I had left without saying goodbye.
Yeah! After all, we only need to know that you're okay.
I see. I will consider it then.
You'll only consider it?
Everything that has happened here, I find them to be happy memories. That said, I do have another reason for waiting for you here.
And what's that?
To give you a pleasant surprise.
Wow! This must be the place you were talking about, right? Paimon wasn't there last time, so she didn't get to see it. Can Paimon fly around and check it out?
Of course. If it pleases you, I could bring you back again someday.
So, this is the pleasant surprise then?
Oh? So this is enough to pass as a pleasant surprise in your eyes? No, the real surprise is yet to come. Come, let us paint.
Wait, here? But Paimon doesn't see canvas, brushes, or paints anywhere.
Oh, that's simple. The water's surface is our canvas, the moonlight our brushes, and the paths we take shall serve as the brushstrokes. With the moon's reflection to guide us, pure thought shall flow beneath our feet. Yes, good. That's the way. Come, let us walk together a while. When the traveler advances, the moon walks by his side. Where the traveler stops, the moon too rests its feet. There, where the traveler stops, the moon too rests its feet. Where the traveler stops, the moon too.
Water, it's really you? You're back! And
We used moonlight to trace this child's form, and I poured new power and new blessings therein, causing her to be reborn. She no longer needs to bear my spirit. Her will is hers alone.
she's flying over!
Yes, I have awakened all the memories of the time you spent together.
Paimon's so glad to have you back, Luonatar. She promises to be nicer to you from now on. Paimon wasn't expecting the surprise to be this pleasant. Paimon loves it!
It wasn't much. I, too, am glad to see her again. Go. You must miss them, surely. You're welcome to come back anytime. Now, I know how fond you are of them, but let's not cause them any trouble now, alright? Come back here to rest, should you find yourself tired from playing outside. Now, come back here to...
Should I ask the Kohenki to hold on to the eye mask for me?
What's up?
Wait,
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Shall we?
Preparing for dust up. Insulation.
Is this an answer from this world?
Yeah. You can.
urge.
Some long sleep beckons.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
What?